hate this bit when you're standing in the wings waiting. It really stresses me out. Hey, I must tell you. I've met this girl, Sam her name is, and... oh, she's so different from all the others. You know, when we make love, I don't have to pay or anything. It's fantastic. She's got a really healthy attitude to sex. She said if I wanted to experiment a bit, that was all right by her. So I bought some things, you know. And she said she hadn't actually meant a chemistry set, but it wasn't a problem or anything. She just smiled, and then very slowly and sensuously she unbuttoned me lab coat. And... oh, it's not just sex. She's a really caring, intelligent person, and... well, it's love. That's what it is. Look, this encore, it's not going to happen, is it?
Oh, do you not think so?
Well, no one's calling out or anything, are they?
No, that's true.
Come on, let's pack the gear up. Well, what do you think then?
It was really good.
I'll get the money and we can go.
Hey! I'm not doing this for fun, you know.
Sorry. Is the manager around? I'll say, is the manager around?
I'd keep out of his way if I were you. He threw your money down over there. You Frank Sanford.
Why? Why do you ask?
Some bloke waiting out the back. Said you went to school together.
It's not Nob Toucher Ellis, is it?
He didn't say his name.
Did he have glasses on with a big plaster over one of the lenses?
No.
Mind you, just because he had glasses at school doesn't mean he's got them now, does he? You didn't notice if he had a contact lens with a plaster on it or anything?
Frank, why don't you go and see who it is and I'll get the money?
Yeah, OK. Well, I don't like this at all. Old schoolmates coming back to haunt you. Hey, what if it's one of the teachers? What if it's Mr. Williams come to find out why the mouthpiece on his pipe tasted a bit like cack? What if... Paul?
All right, Frank, eh? This is a bit long time no see. I wonder if he's still got that wart in it.
Paul Anthony twice! I don't believe it! I thought he was Mr. Williams for a minute.
What, the maths teacher? I'd have a job on. He died just after we left. Some sort of poisoning, I think it was.
Anyway, come in the dressing room, have a chat. So, what do you think of the show, then?
Yeah, well, I bloody missed it, didn't I? Well, the toys still be going strong at 10:30, what with encores and stuff.
Yeah, well...
this dressing room's a bit Britain under a socialist government, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's good to carry on doing the small places, you know. I mean, we get bored with just doing festivals and stuff. Well, we did the Harvest Festival at St Joseph's. Even then we got booed off because we refused to sing If You Don't Want Women, Please Clap Your Hands. You see, the thing is, Paul, we've got so successful just lately, we need little gigs like this just to keep our feet on the ground.
I know what you mean. Small is beautiful. Well, apart from dwarves, obviously.
Right, we're all loaded up.
Tell the crew they can go home, then.
Tell.
Oh, I'll do it.
Pull twice.
Shouldn't there have been a bell or something?
No. Pull twice. I went to school with Frank.
Ah. I'm Roach. I'm the keyboard player.
Oh, right. So, you're going to be at the Isle of Wight Festival this year?
No. I don't like motorbikes.
Oh.
I've told the crew they can take the limo. We'll get a cab.
Well, that's great, isn't it? What's the point of having a limo if the bloody crew are going to use it all the time?
Look, I'll tell you what. The Carson Club's just round the corner. I mean, it's a big 3 house station on the roof terrace, but I like it. Why don't you join me there for a drink, and we'll sort the transport out later.
Oh, my girlfriend's waiting
It's
for
all
me.
right, bring her along. Huh?
Hey, hold on. We don't have a crew.
Listen, I don't want Paul to know we haven't made the big time yet. He's probably done really well for himself. Whatever he did, he always landed on his feet.
Oh, I used to have a cat like that.
Captain of the football team. Top marks in all the exams. And every time you saw him, he got his arm around a different bird.
Yeah. And they don't eat them, do they? They just play about with them.
Look, if I have to tell a few white lies about Blue Heaven, I expect you to join in a bit. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Hey, if we haven't got a crew, who's driving the limo?
Just get out, will ya? Oh, Paul, this is my girlfriend, Sam. This bloke was the star of our school. Whatever the prize was, he won it.
Pull twice.
Nobel.
No, not that big a prize. I meant like school prize, you know. Oh, thanks. You coming for a drink?
No, I've got this report to read for work tomorrow.
Oh, right.
You could always nip in later on, though.
I beg your pardon?
She said you could always...
I heard what she said. Right. Don't forget to back me up if I have to exaggerate a bit.
Well, this must be fate. Yeah, it really shocked me when I saw your picture outside the pub.
No, that was the Duchess of Norfolk.
He means the picture on our poster.
You won't believe this, but I hadn't even heard of Blue Heaven before tonight.
Another Blue Heaven.
It's true. Actually, come on. I'd love to hear what happened. You know, straight from the horse's mouth, as they say.
Well, you see, the horses aren't actually here because some of the crew rode them home. Apparently, they have to get some of those straw hats with the holes in the ears. Didn't they, Frank?
Just let me tell you. You see, Paul, Blue Heaven's everything to us. When me and Roach met, we was on the scrap heap. No job, no qualifications.
No money.
No money, yeah. And suddenly we found something we really cared about.
No horses.
Something we could do that was, you know, special.
Before we started this band, we had nothing. We didn't even have a crew. That's how bad things were.
Yeah, but if you were in a band, you didn't need a crew, did you?
OK, we didn't need a crew, but it would have been nice.
No, I don't understand.
I said, let me tell it. If it wasn't for Blue Heaven, we'd probably still be on the dole, spending all our days sitting in the cafe drinking tea.
So have your albums out and stuff?
Have we had albums out? Paul, we're turning down offers every 5 minutes. We want to become such a massive live act that when we finally agree to a record deal, we'll be in the driving seat.
Yeah, if the crew haven't taken a bloody limo.
But it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah. I would have thought we both had up in show business.
What do you mean?
Well, he must have seen me in the papers.
Hold on. You're not I'm gay, I'm randy, and I'm waiting for you to phone, are you?
No, look. I'm right up there with the big boys.
I've never seen that one. Do you get many callers?
I'm talking about the music papers. Oh, I'm one of the country's top tour managers. Yeah, I've done them all. There's David Bowie, Michael Jackson, Lena Lovitch.
Brilliant. So what's it like then, working with Lena?
Why is it called the Carson Club?
Good evening, gentlemen. Can I find you a table?
Yes, please.
There's one. My God, there's another. That's a cracker.
Have you got an empty one?
No, I always stand like this. It's the way I tell them. Walk this way.
Right, we'll start off with a couple of bottles of wine, shall we? Have you got a red Lambrusco?
No, I don't drive. What a cracker.
So, Jacko and Bowie, eh? You must have some stories.
Woof! Yeah.
Well, what's he like, Michael Jackson?
I've always found him all right, you know. I remember one night, he had a few Jehovah's Witnesses round for a party. And Liz Taylor was getting a bit, one more word about this bottle and you'll be picking bits of it out of your face. Then her and Brooke Shields were having an argument as to whether or not the woman could still look good with sideburns. Well, it all got a bit boisterous. Suddenly, Liz stood on one of the chimps. Well, it was a bit sent for the vet. I'm sorry, he'll never masturbate with that foot again. But dear old Michael never batted an eyelid. Mind you, I think he'd sent them away to have the lashes cleaned.
Oh, hold on. It's a cracker, isn't he?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Listen, Susan, I know it's your first night. Stick to the staff handbook and stop improvising, OK?
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
I did an interview with Bowie the other day.
a time-honoured tradition in the Corson Club. It's the conga! Wahey!
I was saying, I read an interview with Bowie the other day and he was going on about urban decay and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's his thing at the moment. That's why he's doing this inner-city reptile tour.
Oh, yeah, isn't it something like everywhere he plays, he uses a local band as a support act?
Yeah, that's right. It's all a bit let's go and visit the third world. There's bound to be an album in it, but, you know, he means well. Every show is themed to fit in with the inner city. So in Manchester, he rides on stage on a giant hypodermic with a sort of rain cloud hovering over it. And in Newcastle, he gets drunk and smashes through the back wall of the theatre in a stolen car. He's having his hair dyed ginger tomorrow.
Oh, he's gone back to the Ziggy Stardust look, is he?
No, it's just that the tour opens in Liverpool and he doesn't want to look out of place.
And you're the tour manager.
Come on!
So, you're the tour manager?
Hey?
For Bowie?
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid so.
What's happening in Birmingham?
We don't know yet. I know Gordon hologram's turning out to be a bit of a nightmare.
No, I meant who's the support act?
Well, I don't think we've got anybody yet.
Well, you have now. We'd be perfect, wouldn't we?
Are you a big thing to be a support band?
Oh, yeah, of course we are, but it'd be good to do a gig with David Bowie, you know, just for a laugh. Wouldn't it, Roach?
Well, it depends, really. How do you think he'd feel about going on first? Shut up.
Look, you don't want people to know that David Bowie's tour manager has an affair with a school dinner lady, do you?
That was just gossip.
Yeah. Who always got the biggest piece of fish on a Friday?
Hey, that fits in with that cat theory we had.
Will you shut up? So, what do you say?
OK, Frank, there's no need to get nasty. I'll sort it out.
Brilliant. Oi, oi, conga. Well, I'm headed back to Sam's place. Now, hold on. Somebody said, would you like a drink? And I said, oh, I'll have a barley... Oh, no. Well, it's happened again. Barley wine bondage. Every time, never fails. Oh, I bet my arse looks like a badly scuffed blood orange. Sam! Sam!
Morning, Frank.
Morning.
Nice breath. Last night was really wild, wasn't it? How you managed to find a sex supermarket open at 3 o'clock in the morning in cradly heat is beyond me. And that phone call to your parents. That was hilarious.
What was it I said again?
Oh, you was terrible. All that stuff about how she drank herself stupid and he didn't need to. And you said your dad was slightly less attractive than that white creamy stuff that people get in the corner of the mouths when they talk a lot. Do you want some breakfast before I go to work?
Yeah, why not? I might as well stuff me face now before Dad rips it off the front of me head. Oh, dear. What have I done?
Yeah, I'm a winner on WM. Marvellous. You certainly are. Radio W. Also just had an industrial gas with Rose. Let's go to June Williams.
Morning, Frank.
Hello.
Oh, you're here, are you?
Oh,
Yes.
you're the one who's busting out all over, aren't you?
Yes, I was going to say that.
It all fits together. Yeah. All fits. Got a great song coming up on Lou Reed. Your Walk on the Wild Side.
I'm just going to get some milk. Tuck in. I'll be back in a minute.
She's a nice girl, Frank.
Yeah, she's lovely. Look, can you remember what happened last night? I don't know, we left it with Paul.
He said he had to make some transatlantic phone calls and he'd be in touch in the next few days.
We're sorted then. Well, apart from my transmedic phone call to my parents.
What was that?
No, never mind, I'll sort it out. David Bowie, eh? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll have to do something about me and Sam. I mean, I don't see how we can carry on now.
I thought you said she meant more to you than your collection of rare Elvis records.
I didn't say more, I said as much. Look, let's go now before she comes back.
We can't do that.
Come on!
You should at least have left a note or something.
Look, I'll phone her up, OK? Everything's changed now. We're going to be on stage with one of the greatest stars of all time.
Yeah, if they get the hologram working.
I don't mean Noel Gordon, I mean Bowie. We're going to be pop stars, Roger. There's no time for settling down. Sex and drugs and rock and roll, that'll be us.
You shouldn't expect too much from this gig, Frank. One swallow doesn't make a summer.
Nah, but it can certainly make an evening.
Are you going?
Yeah, this bloke's going to be phoning me about the Bowie gig.
Oh, OK. What are we doing tonight?
I was going to phone you about that. Look, Sam, you're really nice and everything, but I don't think it's good for me to be tied down.
Well, you bought the equipment.
No, I mean, I think we should move towards a more open relationship, you know, something a bit more hip.
What? You tell me all that stuff about true love. You come to my home with your bondage gear and your premature ejaculation. You tell me you didn't get an erection till you were 15 years old, and even that belonged to the school caretaker. You tell me you're a virgin and then start crying, and after all that you've got the cheek to ditch me. Oh, I could just... Get lost! Go on, you and your bloody false moustache. I certainly won't be wearing that again.
Let's get off then, shall we? Where's the car? Not the limo, the Corolla.
Well, it's still at the pub, I suppose.
Great. So we're walking then.
I can't believe that conversation you just had with Sam. I never thought you'd dump somebody who felt like that about you.
Yeah, well, he was a school caretaker.
Don't make a joke of it. I'm talking about you and Sam.
Look, you know what they say? Why buy a book when you can join a library?
I'll tell you why, because every book I've ever borrowed from the library had a bogey in it.
Oh, rubbish.
It's true.
Look, OK, when did you last buy a book?
A couple of weeks ago. It's called A Beginner's Guide to Self-Assertiveness.
What made you get that?
Well, on the back it said, you must buy this book, so thought I better had.
Well, it was very self-assertive, weren't it?
Well, I hadn't read it then.
Look, can we not mention Sam again, please? I've got enough to worry about with this bloody phone call to my parents.
Oh, well, friend. You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family.
Yeah, if you choose crap friends, you're just as bad off, are you?
What do you mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean, Roach. I've had enough of people trying to hold me back. When I walk off stage at the NEC, I never want to see this place again. I want to live somewhere where you can drink herbal tea and still be thought of as heterosexual. Somewhere where the graffiti doesn't always start with a verb. I want out, Roach.
Yeah? Well, I don't. I like it round here. And if that's what the Bowie gig means, then I'm not doing it.
That self-assertiveness but really worked, didn't it? Look, mate, I'm Blue Effer, not you. Nobody remembers keyboard players. Who was the keyboard player in Haircut 100?
Who was Haircut 100?
Yeah, well, never mind that. I can replace you, no problem. Why don't you go and be nice to Sam? All right, Mum? Hey, I remember this trophy. Broyles Dogfighting Championships 1986. I think Dad's still the only non-dog ever to win it. Hey, I've got a suit like this. Oh. Oh, come on, Mum. I'm sorry about the phone call.
Can't you Cowan read?
Well, yeah, but I thought that piss-off Frank banner on the front of the house was just a bit of a joke.
Well, it wasn't. Your dad's gone Cowan barmy. Of course, we know you've always looked down on us.
I've always looked down on you. Look, let's face it, I'm not exactly the son you always dreamed of, am I? What you want is some muscular young car mechanic with highlighted hair and a probation officer. The sort of bloke who sticks his Benson and Hedges up the sleeve of his T-shirt and can't discuss Indian food without referring to the temperature of his anus. That's who you'd like to have living here.
Oh, you've read our advert for a lodger, then?
That's it. I'm finished with this family. I'm going to be working with David Bowie.
Yeah, you mentioned that on the phone. Well, I think he's rubbish on Bullseye.
Oh, I'm off. You can stick your room. Hey, I wouldn't live here again if you paid me. Oh, and tell Dad I won't miss him. I suppose he's up the pub as per usual.
Well, he's entitled to a drink. He's been up since 8 o'clock this morning, burning all your belongings.
Not my Elvis records.
Oh, of course not. He wouldn't burn your Cowan Elvis records. He just stuck them in the bin, what with it being Tuesday and everything.
Oh, no. Oi, mate! Can I have that bit?
Paul. All right, Frank. Well, this is a bit woman putting the mask off in Feds with the upper, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, well, I don't usually do this street, but I'm filling in for the mate.
Don't mean here. I mean, what are you doing on the pins? What's happened to the two I'm managing?
Yeah. Well, I made that up.
Hey?
Well, you're doing so well with your pop festivals and limousines and everything. I didn't want to be just a nobody, so I pretended that I was like part of it as well. I know it's a bit Danny Minogue, but there it is.
What about Bowie?
Yeah, well, I tried to wriggle out of that, but you started to get nasty. Still, I knew it didn't really matter to a band with your status. When I didn't get in touch, you'd have just forgotten about it. Look, I know I shouldn't have lied, but we're not all as lucky as you, Frank. Anyway, I'll see you, mate.
Hey! Don't throw that bitch!
That was the last episode of Blue Heaven. Next Tuesday, it's Sean's show, starting at midnight.